Today is May the 13th, 2025. The current time is 1:03. Our first item of business is to review and approve the minutes of April the 22nd, 2025. There are no additions or corrections to the minutes. We will entertain a motion to approve as written.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Detective Feist, could you call up the first item for me, please?
Yes, Madam Chair, the first item will be First Avenue North, Texaco 5901, First Avenue North, Birmingham, Alabama 35212.
Is the applicant here? Come and state your name and address for the record, please. Just mash the little silver buttons in front of you. Yeah, mash down on that. There you go.
Anis Giovanni, 5901 First Avenue North, Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, and this is a new application or transfer, I'm sorry, transfer for, beer off premises and wine off premises. Detective Feist, any incidents at this location?
No incidents, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Brown, are they in good standing with taxes and revenue?
Yes, they are in good standing with taxes and revenue.
Mr. Lowe, does the applicant meet zoning?
Property zone CB2, and they do meet zoning requirements.
Okay. Okay, the applicant presented to the Woodlawn neighborhood on 4/22. 5 were in attendance, 5 support. The reason, they had no opposition, so it was unanimously approved by the neighborhood. Does any of my colleagues have questions for the business owners?
Yes, Madam President, I do. I know that there have, I'm looking at the response from the Neighborhood Association, and it does say that participants came to the neighborhood twice and listened to concerns and corrected and made changes very quickly. I'm pretty sure they voiced several concerns about the loitering that was taking place, as well as, some unsavory characters that have, been over in the area. What changes did you all make?
Actually, we have increased the number of cameras, and also we hire security for the surveillance and everything. So if anyone do the sitting on outside and everything, doing illegal shoots or everything, so we just call the cops, and we put the signs, no drugs, no violence, or like that. So we have also security with us in night time, so nothing is anything not happen wrong.
Got you.
Yeah.
And I know, go ahead.
We have first we have a camera just inside, but right now we have cameras in all side of the building, outside also, and also we have put we have increased the number of lights as well as, so every corner of the store is visible and lightable.
Got you. And so I would imagine that cameras are over by where the dumpster is as well?
Yeah.
So that you all can see behind the building and what's going on in that area?
Yeah. So we have just 1 month ago we have installed one more camera over there, so we can see what the behind the dumpster and everything, and we put the sign over there too. And our security guy probably walking outside the store in every half an hour, so just see everything is good or not.
And what about the car wash? Is that also secure? Does that belong to you all? I mean, the laundromat, I'm sorry. The
Laundromat is closed right now. The building is in operational, the laundromat, and laundromat is gone. Right now, its building is empty and locked.
Got you. Okay. Well, look, as long as the neighborhood is in agreement with it, I know that, again, we've had several issues over in that area with loitering. Even when young people are heading to school in the morning time, they decide that they want to post up in crowds. I've actually had to, push some kids along and walk them to school myself because they've decided to just stand there. And so just wanted to make sure that you're aware of that and that you're, securing your property.
Actually, the school principal come to us and they just tell you, don't allow school kids after the school hour. So whenever we see any school kid, we are not allowed in the premises. So they don't have any other options, so they can go back to school.
Got you. Okay.
And
That's
we
all
are, we are not selling them any products like a drinks or nothing after the school hour. So they don't have any option, so they guys are going to back to school.
Got you. That's all I have, Madam President. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Williams, Council Williams?
Sounds like y'all have done a lot of work to, be a good neighbor, so I have a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. That item passes. The Public Safety Committee and my staff will be in touch with you to let you know when it goes to the full body for a vote. Okay? Thank you. Have a good day. Detective Fikes, can you call up the next item for me, please?
Yes, Madam Chair, the next item will be Capella Pizzeria, 2311 Richard Arrington Boulevard, Junior, Birmingham, Alabama, 35203.
Is the owner here?
I'll move to delay this until the next public safety meeting.
Okay. The owner is not here. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item is, requested to have a 2-week delay and be placed back on the next public safety meeting, in 2 weeks. Detective Fikes, can you call the next item for me?
Yes, Madam Chair, the next item will be Ampersand Cocktails and Cuisines, 103 20th Street South, Birmingham, Alabama, 35233. Molly.
Okay.
Malik will be standing in for Molly.
Owner, can you come to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please?
Malik Kimball, Malik Kimball, 103 20th Street South, Birmingham, Alabama, 35233.
Detective Fikes, any incidents at this location?
No incidents, Madam Chair.
All right, Mr. Lowe, does the applicant meet zoning?
Property is Zone B4 Central Business District, and they do meet zoning requirements.
Ms. Brown, is the applicant in good standing with taxes and revenue?
Yes, they are in good standing with taxes and revenue.
Is there anyone here to speak for or against this item? Okay, the applicant met with the 5 Point South neighborhood on May the 6th. 5 were in attendance, 5 support. There are no opposition. The neighborhood supports the application. So this is a new restaurant retail liquor license. Does any councilors have any questions for Malik?
I just had one. Is this connected to the, I guess that ampersand sandwich spot in Avondale?
No, that's
No.
Amper Sandwich. We are Ampersand, so
Gotcha.
a lot of people ask us that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. No, that's the only question I had.
Councilor Williams, you have questions?
Just a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes the council, public safety agenda. We will be in touch and let you know when it go to the full council for a vote.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to revisit item number 2 now that it looks like the individual is, here. So I'd like to make a motion to
Recall.
bring up item number 2.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Detective Fikes, can you call up item number 2 for us, please?
Yes, item number 2, Madam Chair, will be Capella Pizzeria, 2311 Richard Arrington Junior Boulevard North, Suite 300.
All right, can you come to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please? Hit the silver
Press the
buttons
button.
in front of you. Mash the silver buttons, the 2 silver buttons to turn on the mic. Mash it, mash it, press down on it. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Abdul Kadir Azbey with Capella Pizzeria, applying for liquor license.
okay. All right, Detective Fikes, any incidents at this location?
No incidents, ma'am.
Right. Mr. Lowe, do they meet zoning?
Property is Zone B4 Central Business District, and they do meet zoning requirements.
Ms. Brown, are they in good standing with taxes and revenue?
They are in good standing with taxes and revenue.
Is there anyone here to speak for or against this item? Seeing none, this applicant met with the Drury Hills Neighborhood Association on 4/28. 28 were in attendance, 11 support. Does any of my colleagues have questions for the applicant?
No, ma'am, I move for approval.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes. The Public Safety Committee and the staff will be in touch with you and let you know when it goes to the full council for a vote.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you all so much.
All right, next item, we have two special events. The applicant is the Empowerment Alliance. Seeing the applicant here. All right, Mr. Cedric, it's all yours. State your name and address for the record for us, please. Okay.
Turn the mic on. It'll turn
You got it.
red.
Here we go.
There you go.
Got it? Cedric Allen, 118 Huntingdon Place, Birmingham, Alabama, 35242.
Okay. And this is the Empowerment Alliance and coming before us about the Steel City Smooth Magic Jazz Festival. Tell us about this event, Mr. Allen.
Yes, ma'am, we are, thank you for having us. This is the year 11th, and we're so thankful to have you guys' blessings for 11 years. And each year we try to improve upon what we do. We've added this year Legion Field. So we're trying to bring about a lot of awareness to our great city through different avenues. This year we added the line dance. So we're trying to create the biggest line dance in America, definitely in the Southeast. So we brought in the national artist Cupid to come in and help us to, make that happen. And so I think you guys will be very pleased with what we're doing. Of course, from there we go to Friday. Eric Benet will be here, and along with about 5 other national artists. And of course, Saturday brings upon Mr. Anthony Hamilton. But not only Anthony Hamilton, we have a 5-time Grammy winner by the name of Robert Clasper. So to have him here, and that's amazing in itself, but Leela James will be here, Confunction will be here. It's going to be an amazing day. But Sunday is what we're also very proud of, because if you remember last year, we bought the Gospel Takeover, as we love to call it. Marvin Sapp is coming in here.
Close the door.
So yes. So we're so excited about having that.
Dr. Sapp.
And one of the greatest pieces we can really say what we're trying to do is to bring people into our great city who really doesn't, some who still don't understand this is not the 60s. Birmingham is an amazing place with amazing opportunities, and a lot of, you can change climates here, very quick, But we're thankful to be here and along with my team, and we're working diligent to make sure you guys are proud of us. And it's going to be an amazing, amazing 4 days for us. And Thursday is free at Legion Field. So we want to bring families out. We want to make sure everybody can partake of this and enjoy this opportunity, Ms. Tate.
Thank you so much. You got some great artists coming, Cupid. I'm sure everybody want to be flexing, and Marvin Sapp.
And if I may tell you before I forget, we've teamed up with News Nation. News Nation is the affiliation with CBS News, and they're bringing MSNBC as well as CNN. And what we're doing is doing a fundraising for the victims that have gotten burned out in Pasadena and Altadena, California, so who lost generational wealth. And once we identified that, because that could have been my neighborhood, your neighborhood, somebody else's neighborhood, or this state. And when they found out about that, they wanted to come in and be a part of it. So we're bringing the world to us. So they are actually running commercials on our behalf of our great city. And they're reaching out to the governor of California as well as the mayor. So I'm hoping that our great mayor, Randall Woodfin, will be able to at least speak to them and, sister cities to each other. I think it'll be an amazing opportunity.
That's amazing. Thank you for all you do to keep bringing this good, entertainment to Birmingham for 11 years. That's a blessing.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. And so does any of my colleagues have questions for Mr. Allen?
Madam President, no questions. Just want to say, thank you for bringing this event to the city. I know you all got an opportunity to come before the Park and Recreation Board, and make this same presentation. And, you know, we were excited about it then. We just wanted to make sure that, you know, the field was gonna be protected.
Yes, sir.
And that there was gonna be enough, you know, security for the event. And so, looking forward to it taking place. So, I just wanna move for approval.
Yeah, anything you guys do for, to promote tourism and bring folks into Birmingham, even if they're folks that live in the area and they're coming in,
Yes, sir.
it's great. So
Thank you.
I second the motion for approval.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that item passes the public safety agenda, Mr. Allen, and we look forward to having you come before the council
Yes,
for a
ma'am.
vote, and we look forward to this event for the 11th year.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Thank y'all
you.
so much for your blessings and your prayers, and we're gonna keep making you proud.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. All right, next item is Yarborough Companies Doing Business, DBA, the 47th Annual Pride Fest. Is the applicant here? Come state your name and address for the record, please, and tell us about this great event. 47 years. It's noon. Hit the,
Press the button.
mash the silver buttons in front of you,
It's to your right.
to your right. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
How about this?
There you go.
My name's Robert Yarborough. I live at 4908 10th Court South, Birmingham. And I'm here for a special event license for the 47th Annual Pride Fest to be held in Lynn Park on June 15th. One of the great ways that Birmingham celebrates its diversity throughout the year.
Okay. Any, committee members have questions for Mr. Yarborough?
No questions? I move, oh, go ahead. Oh, I move for approval?
Yeah, anything that you do, Robbie, is top notch, so I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Mr. Yarborough, that item passed the Public Safety Committee. We'll be in touch and let you know when it goes to the council for a vote. Thank you, sir. Have a
Tell
good day.
Nancy I said hello.
All right, the next item is, resolution, Stryker Sales Corporation. So it's a resolution pursuant to subsection 11-40-1, subsection 11-43140. Code of Alabama 1975, authorizing the mayor to execute and deliver a Fifth Amendment to a 10-year lease purchase agreement executed with Stryker Sales Corporation on September 11, 2020 for defibrillators and other emergency medical products. The amendment number 0005 incorporates pre-release amendments to equipment schedule and further amends the equipment schedule. The annual cost for the remainder of the lease purchase will not change and not exceed $870,040.65. The amount to be paid by the city pursuant to this agreement shall not exceed $7,620,284.55. Said funds to come from G10012229999-525-01 non-capital equipment. Before us, we have Chief Moon.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Corey Moon. I serve as the Fire Chief of Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service. And the item before you is an amendment to our current Stryker EMS equipment agreement. This amendment allows us to upgrade our current life packs at no additional cost or change to the current contract. There's a clause in the agreement that we have which allows us to upgrade our equipment when new technology comes out. So with this amendment, we'll be upgrading our cardiac monitors from LifePak 15s to the LifePak 35s.
All right, any committee members have questions for Chief Moon?
Sounds good. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, Chief Moon.
Thank
We'll
you.
send that to the full council for a vote. Thank you. The next item is a revocation hearing for Happy Hour Hangout. Requesting, for, what's this guy's name? Is the applicant here? Mr. Daniels and Mr. Lee. Who's Mr. Daniels and who's Mr. Lee?
I'm Mr. Lee.
Stand to the mic and state your name and address for the record. Let the people we sent the letter to,
2417 Avenue C,
pull the
Ensley.
mic down for us, please.
2417 Avenue C, Ensley.
What's your name?
Roderick Lee.
Okay, 24, give us the address again.
2417 Avenue C.
Okay, and Mr. Lee?
I'm Mr. Lee.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Darrell Daniels, address the same, 2417 Avenue C, 35218.
Okay. Okay, we sent you out a letter to inform you to be here today, in reference to the happy hour hangout. What is the happy hour hangout?
It's a nonprofit organization for the betterment of brotherhood that we hang out. We get people to give us donations and everything because we plan on trying to do scholarships and stuff for the community. We also feed the people in the community and everything.
Okay, so the mission of your nonprofit organization, what's the mission? Are you saying the mission is a brotherhood which promotes, are you saying mentorship, and you saying something about scholarships and food drives? What's your mission statement for the?
Yes, what we basically was, we started out of his basement, just trying to get, for all the violence and stuff that was going around in the community. You know, we was trying to find a safe haven for folks just to, for fellowship and stuff, and trying to give back to the community where we can start to mentor and give scholarships and let people know, you can hang, you can do stuff, but, it's a better way. So we've been trying to get it established, but, we keep getting a lot of hiccups. We done had the license since, May of last year.
So you're a nonprofit?
Yes,
is
ma'am.
What you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
everything is solely donations.
Okay, Detective Fikes, any incidents at this location?
Yes, we've had, search warrant served. I'm gonna pass to Sergeant Knight first, and Sergeant Knight will be able to pass to, Vice Narcotics.
Good afternoon. Sergeant Knight, I serve as a business compliance detective, and today we are here discussing the revocation recommendation for Happy Hour Hangout located at 2417 Avenue C. We received a complaint in November of them selling alcohol without a license. At that time, Detective Langford and myself paid visits to that location and informed them on coming in to see us at City Hall to get the proper license. They never showed up. And so the activity continued at that location during this time. So, of course, we got with our Vice Narcotics unit and we saw that this was going to be a problem. So we had a undercover operation set on February the 18th, where a detective acting as an undercover officer actually purchased an unopened bottle of beer from a bartender at the location. At that time, when he purchased the beer, the business compliance units and Vice Narcotics executed a search warrant at that location. During the search warrant, we recovered 12 bottles of liquor and approximately 300 bottles of beer. That investigation confirmed that the Happy Hour Hangout operated without state license and continued to do so with a direct violation of state laws regarding the sale of alcoholic beverage. The lack of this demonstrates that they were given more than ample opportunity to come to City Hall to get the right license. They refused to do. They did not do that. So according to the Happy Hour Hangout, currently they hold a business license as a religious, gambling, civic, professional, and similar organization. Application states that the Happy Hour Hangout is a nonprofit organization dedicated to collecting donations to provide food for the community and mentor youth. At no times that we visited that location did we see any youth there. So the activity was not indicative of having youth or raising money. It was actually operating as a bar, as a hangout where alcohol was being sold. Based on these activities that we have observed, we strongly recommend that their business license, which they do not have the current one at this time, be revocated. I guess at this time I will turn over to Detective Russell to speak more on the search warrant and activities that was going on that evening.
Okay. All right, Detective Russell, can you step to the podium for us, please?
Good afternoon. Like Sergeant Smith stated earlier, a search warrant was conducted on February 18th, but prior to that, on February 4th, an undercover officer also went in and purchased the first beer.
The mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, on February the 4th, prior to February 18th, an undercover officer went in and purchased a beer. On February 18th, the same undercover officer went in and purchased a beer also, unopened. Shortly after, the Vice Narcotics Unit went into the location, 2417 Avenue C, and conducted a search warrant. Before the search warrant was conducted, there were several hours of surveillance conducted, and showing also that a lot of cars parked on the street, no teenagers or homeless people going in to receive meals. Also stated by the undercover, when going in, he had to purchase a membership card where you actually had to show your identification and sign your name. He was also told that if you were ever to lose your membership card, you had to purchase another membership card for $5. This is all the knowledge that I have so far in this case.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
So, Mr. Lee and Mr. Daniels?
Yes,
Lee and Daniels?
yes.
So what you telling this body is you have a nonprofit organization, you have a business license to function as a nonprofit organization, saying you promoting Mentor for Youth food donations, but it's clear from what that's been stated here today that you operating out of the confinement of your 501c3, which is the status for nonprofit organizations. I'm gonna ask any of my council members, do they have any questions for
Excuse
you?
me, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I do have a lawyer here to speak for us. We do have counsel, okay.
Well, I understand that, but I'm just stating some facts that you're presenting to this body that you have a license, a business license for a nonprofit organization, which is a 501c3, correct? So what we're being presented here today is you're operating out of the confinement of what you say your mission statement is. You stated to this body that you have this 501c3 as a safe haven to mentor youth, give out food donations, but what's being presented to us here today shows no indication that you guys are doing that. It shows that you're doing something other than that, which means that you're operating at the confinement of your 501c3 and totally out the scope of your mission. So, we hear what you're saying, that you have an attorney here, but I'm just stating the information that we was presented in reference to your 501c3 status, which is, Internal Revenue Service status, which means when you say you operate in a 501c3 and you taking donations, that's what the IRS wants you to be clearly doing. But according to the investigation, you're operating out the confinement of your 501c3 status. So I'm going to ask any of my colleagues that serve on this public safety this public safety committee with me, do they have questions for you?
I just have one question. Sergeant Knight, you said they don't have a permit to sell liquor.
No, they do not.
Okay, cool. That's the only question that I have.
Councilor Williams.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gentlemen, and you're welcome to have your attorney speak for you as well, but I just wanted to know, with everything or everything that has been presented today, do you still stand by that your missions state, do you admit that you've been running a bar, an underground bar?
Well, like I say, we only take donations. We're not selling anybody alcohol. You don't have to pay for it. The money that we take in is to keep the place open and to be able to do scholarship and stuff. We're basically paying bills right now, but we don't sell anything. You have to buy, we don't sell anything. Everything is solely donations.
Well, there's a nuance to that, right? Like, I don't sell insurance as my other job. I get donations for the insurance. Okay. Does your attorney have anything that you'd like for this committee to consider? I'd love to hear it.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
First of all, they do have a license, a copy of it right here. They've been licensed since, I think, May of last year. So they do have a current license, and I do have a copy of it, and it is from the city of Birmingham.
We'd like to see it.
Somebody, let me bring it up.
You can continue.
I believe that probably would have been a great thing to show initially, to state that they do not have a license. They have a license, and they've had one since last year. And they have a license for this year. There's a copy of it from the city of Birmingham.
Okay. Was that your only point there?
No, it's not. There are other things, there are a lot of things that I've heard that we do not agree with here. It appears that they're being targeted. That's what they feel, that they're being targeted. They've never had any incidences, from what I understand, that have happened. I'm just getting involved with this, but I do want to say that it appears to be a decent organization, and it's religious, grant-making, civic, professional, and similar organizations. You may not see youth over there on the day that you go. Might have a certain day for that. These people are operating, they're trying to do something for the neighborhood. They're trying to do something for the community. I don't recall any incidences where the police have been called. The people that rent the property to them live next door. They don't have any problems. I don't recall any incidences where the police have been called for any type of safety matter. I do know the police can go in, but there are reasons for them to go in. I don't see where they had any pursuit. They weren't pursuing a suspect or anything. I don't recall them actually observing a crime in view. It's not like a gambling operation. They're really trying to do something that is good for the neighborhood. Now, I do understand probable cause. I want to know what that is just because somebody stated something. But when you go into an organization and people are there, it frightens them. Sometimes they don't know what to say or what to do. But I do feel, based on the information that I've seen, is that they're trying to do something for the community. Again, the most important thing is that I understand this is supposed to be a safety hearing. I don't see any issues where there are any safety problems. I don't hear anything from any of them saying that there was any safety issues. They go in, and from what I understand, they go in and they're attempting to go and enter, and you should have some reason to go in. Is there something going on? Why are you here today? I think they have a right to ask the police if they show up, is there a problem? What's going on? But from what I understand, when they ask that, they're accosted, and that's not a good feeling. Police have guns, they have weapons, they have, and who wouldn't be afraid if you come into my property and I have no idea you're coming, if I'm not doing anything illegal, and I have a right to ask you, is there some reason why you're here? If I get smart with the police and say, get out, then I'm afraid I'm gonna get shot. I think it's only fair for them to ask, is there a problem? If you ask if there's a problem, I think you deserve an answer, some type of answer. So I honestly, basically from what I'm getting here, these people have gone through quite a bit. You have folks here standing here today telling you these people don't have a license. That's the first thing you should have looked for. When you look, there's a license. Here's a legitimate license that we show. And they had one last year.
I don't recall anybody saying that they didn't have a license.
I heard, that's what he stated.
Okay, well, we
He
were
said
well
they
aware.
don't have a license.
We were well aware that they had a business license.
I'm
And
sorry?
Sergeant Knight mentioned that when he gave statement that they did have a business license. The license that they possessed was a business license.
So are you done with your points? Because this is are you done with your points? Because this is still my time. So are you done with your points?
I am right now, yes. If I might speak later, yes.
Okay,
Right now I am.
so just to clarify, when they discuss you not having a license, they mean you do not have a liquor license. If you do not have a liquor license and you're selling any kind of alcohol, off-premise, on-premise, whatever, then the way that this body proceeds is we then revoke your business license, which we know you have. So we are at this point deliberating as a body whether to send to the full council a recommendation to revoke your business license, which is the nonprofit license that you guys do currently hold, because you do not meet the law when it comes to selling alcohol because you don't have an liquor license. So let's not get the two licenses confused. Ma'am,
Got it.
to your point, or points that you have made, you know, this isn't a courtroom. If y'all want to talk about probable cause and the police and being scared of someone with a gun, whatever. We're here for one thing, and it's going back to that business license or liquor license. You got it or you don't. So it appears, and I think that you can confirm or agree, or maybe not, just you can remain silent. But if they don't have a liquor license, then they cannot legally sell alcohol in the state of Alabama. So, since they do not have that, and since, due to the testimony of Birmingham Police, their vice narcotics, and everybody else involved, I would like to make a motion that we send this to the full council for revocation of their business license because of the one is the absence of a liquor license, and we believe that there has been illegal activity in terms of selling alcohol without a license, and that is a threat to public safety. So that is my motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the committee has made a recommendation that you appear before the full body of the council for a public hearing, and the body decides on your revocation hearing to revoke your nonprofit business license. Councilor Williams gave a high-level overview of, what we've been provided. I would highly recommend that you guys take a deep dive and find out, what is nonprofit and how you operate in the confinement, of a nonprofit. And then if you want to pursue other avenues, talk to the business compliance about, how do we pursue that. So that is the recommendation of this committee. We will be in touch with you guys for the public hearing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Will it be mailed to the business? How will they get the information as to when the public hearing will be
The
held?
staff will be in contact to let
Thank
them
you.
know when they'll be placed on the council agenda for the public hearing.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Bernard is here. The city attorney is here. Assistant city attorney. Thank you, Julie.
Julie Bernard, I'm Assistant City Attorney in the Office of City Attorney. Yes, what we will do is put an item on next week's agenda to set the hearing, and there will be a notice that gets mailed from the clerk's office that will go to
Thank
them.
you.
And if I can get the attorney's name and address, we'll be glad to give her a courtesy copy as well.
Thank you, Attorney Bernard. Old and new business?
I don't have any, but I have a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Meeting